Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a recap on the Chanel Healthy Glow, Le Beige Healthy Glow Sunkissed palette that I picked up last week. I've got it in medium coral there, just so you can see. And I wanted to just go through a couple of things I addressed yesterday. I'm going to put it on my cheek. I've got nothing on my cheeks today. I've done my eyes. I'll just show you what I used for my eyes as well. I used the Dior 6-colour pan in. I'm going to my glasses. Sorry about this. In the limited edition Eden Rock. I really fell in love with this palette. This is before I knew that they only had 6 months shelf life, but I absolutely adore it. So I'll just show you it. So I've used all of those colours on my face, on my eyes, sorry, and they are really stunning. I'm not going to harp on too much about it because it was limited edition, so I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I'm sorry, this camera's rocking on this table, but do apologise for that. Excuse me. So I was speaking to you yesterday about some of Chanel's powder blush and limited edition powders tend to sometimes hard pan. And I put a short up on short reel up, and I put a question with the short reel saying, do any of you find that your newer palettes from Chanel tend to hard pan? And I did get a response back. No, not the response I liked, but somebody come back and said, well, I should be using my palettes up and not leaving them sitting in the drawer. So just to clarify, hard pan isn't when your product dries out because it's in the cupboard for so long. It is when you use it and the natural sebum in your face, the oil in your face, when you put the product on your skin with the brush and then you pop the brush back into the product, it transfers some of the oil off your face into the product, and then you have the danger of it setting, it mixing in with the powder if the powder's really finely milled and setting really hard, rendering that palette useless to use, and it can happen within months. So I said I was going to show you this. I bought this Chanel Blush Lumiere Peche Rosé. It was a good couple of years back. And before you think, well, it's a couple of years old, I have, which I'm going to use today, my Sable Rose palette, which is very similar to, it's also a Soleil de Chanel. There we go. Just so I can prove it. There you go. That's never hard panned, and I've had that for 14 years. So it just shows nothing to do with the age of the palette. It's more about how the ingredients within that palette and how they deal with the sebum oil in your skin. So anyway, as I said, Peche Rose I bought from Chanel a good couple of years ago now. I used it when I bought it. Absolutely loved the design on the packaging. You might still see remnants of it there. But you can also see this colour here is the hard pan. So when I try and swatch it, you get virtually nothing. So I'll do that really hard in front of you. Absolutely virtually nothing. So what now, I'll show you the light there. I just scraped that away a few minutes ago so I could see if I can get underneath. And there you can see I'm getting colour. So on the surface is what's known as hard pan, and that is the mixing of, I'll just swatch that for you. And it is a lovely colour, by the way, and it's still going strong underneath the hard pan. But what I'm saying is that hard pan was all over the entire surface, And as you've just seen, you can't swatch it anymore. You can't put a brush in it and use it. That happened 2 months after I bought this palette. And the palette, I will show you just to prove a point. It has, I believe it says 18-month shelf life there. Just let's see if I can get that clear for you. So technically, I could have took that back to the sales assistant and said, it's not performing after 2 months. I lost my receipt. So, and I just thought, well, that's my fault. I should have been more vigilant. But I hadn't really noticed before this palette that quite a few of the Chanel powders were starting to hard pan. I also noticed on my Sunkissed bronzer, there's a bit of hard panning going on and I have to scrape it off to get underneath. It's something that Chanel needs to start dealing with, because if you're charging £75 for any kind of powder, it should never hard pan. I mean, the previous ones didn't, and they weren't even that expensive. Anyway, that's enough about that. If you've got any comments or suggestions, that would be great. If it can help me to stop my palettes hard panning, if I'm doing something wrong. Obviously, I can't stop washing my brushes every single day. That's not realistic. But if there's, and I can't get out a new brush every minute, because even so, even, you know, you're going to keep putting your brush back in to use your products anyway. That's just the way it goes. So anything, other suggestions you have, if you get hard panning as well on some of your products, let me know. It would be great to see if it's not just me. I mean, I don't have oily skin. I'm postmenopausal, so I actually have quite dry skin. So it really flummoxes me that that's doing that. So I'm hoping with this one it doesn't happen. Believe me, if it does, it's going straight back to Chanel. And this time I'm getting my money back. I'm not paying £75 if it's for a product I can't use. Now, this one also has an 18-month shelf life on it. So let's see if it does perform. Anyway, enough wittering on about that. Here is the medium coral shade. It's absolutely stunning. I did swatch it yesterday, but I'll do it again for you today. It's hard to see because there's no sun today, so there's not a lot of light coming through. And I am working in natural light, by the way. Sorry if I'm not looking. I've got my phone on, so it's really difficult to know where to look. Right. So there is, oh, we always do this. There's the colours there. So we have the highlighter, bronzer and blush. There's no actual shimmer in this palette, which, you know, we'll soon see if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm going to start off on this side of my face using the medium coral, and I wanted to compare it to my the rosé palette yesterday. Also, I just wanted to show you something else where I believe Chanel got their inspiration from, which was, like I say, these older palettes. So I'll just pop that up against that one. Right, there we go. So as you can see, the design is also a ribbed design, and this is an older, that's Sablé Beige. This is from 2012. The rose one looked like that, but I've used it so many times. But yeah, that's where they got that. And as I showed yesterday, the Le Beige Healthy Glow powder was done in 3 sections like that. So if you check my video out from yesterday, you will see that. So let us begin. Just want to pick, I just dropped a brush on the floor there. So I'm going to use my Bare Minerals seamless shaping brush, and I'm going to put my bronzer on with that. So let's see if I can just, yeah, I can get the middle. Yeah, you can see there. And I'm going to go in on this side with, sorry, I've got my mirror here so I can, it's hard to see in the actual camera. So yeah, as you can see, It's given a bit of colour already. And it's quite a nice colour as well. I'll go under my chin a bit. That famous double chin we don't like having. I'll do it on both sides. Yep. So, and I'm just going to put some. Now I'm quite pale. I wear B20 in Chanel foundations, just so you know. So there is a bit of coral glow in that, so it's quite a warm bronzer. I hope you can see that. It's coming up much darker here than what it is on camera. So yeah, if you can see that, it's really nice actually. Like I say, it's plenty of colour, and it's, you know, some there as well. It's not too warm, but it is quite warm. So, right, next I'm going to put the blush on. I'm using a Refa 19 brush. I'm using it because it's quite tapered, and yeah, it's going to pick the product up quite well. And again, let's go in and, oh yeah, that's very pigmented, isn't it? Quite pigmented, that blush. Yeah, that excuse me, that's a really nice colour. Nice corally colour. A good colour, because I think the light coral is just a bit pale, and the bronzer side of that is very what's the word, very warm. I'm just going to put a bit down across my nose. Right, and then onto the highlighter. The highlight's a bit deeper than the light coral one as well. Now I'm using another Refa 20. Refa 20. Struggling to see that. It is coming off, but it is very, as everybody said, it's very subtle. So I don't know whether you can see that, because there's not I can see in my mirror for the compact here, but it is very subtle. I would probably use another highlighter as well as this one. I just don't think it's got enough colour in it for me. It's very subtle though. It'd be great for work, but a night out you wouldn't get much of there's not much of a payoff, to be honest. But yeah, it's very nice. Blends all very well together. Let's just give that a final. Yep, I'm really happy with that. So on the next side, I wanted to do, now with this one, as you can see, it's more of a rosy colour, but it's the only one I could get that was similar. So again, I've got another one of these Bare Minerals shape tape brushes. So you've got to go all in with this. You can't right, don't forget, this is 12 years old, but it's still going good, you know. Sorry, some of the hairs are coming out of this brush. Yeah, it's still going strong. So yeah, there's I need to get my bigger mirror. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, it's not as deep, the bronze on this side. However, it's not far off the same colour. The only thing is you can't separate it out. So what I want to do now, I just wanted to show you the difference. Now that has got a lovely sheen on it there. Can you see? But, and that one, you have to rely on the highlighter alone. I just feel the highlighter, I feel like because there's a bit of gold and cream in there, if you can see there, I feel like it gives a much more beautiful sheen. Bearing in mind this powder is, as I said, 12 years old. So let's get my double chin under there. Oh, I hate that. The joys of getting older. Yeah, I do love that. But like I say, there's more depth and warmth in this side. So what I'm going to do, just to try and even it up a bit, I am going to go in and swirl the whole brush with the brush within the whole product. And then I'm going to try and even it all up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's coming together now. So what do you think there? So there's that side and there is that side. Now I've just gone back in and tried to even it all up. I'll just put a bit more bronzer through there. I still think you're getting a much bit more prettier sheen from the older palette. But however, we can see. Anyway, that was just to show you the two products side by side and see what you make of, to see what you make basically of the, I think it's gone a bit deeper that now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and pat some of it off. Need to put some up there as well. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show you basically the Chanel medium coral. So it's all separated out there, but I put it over my old rosé palette there. I just think the sheen on the old rosé palette comes through a bit better than on this side, but that's just here in natural light. Still got these hairs coming through, and not it might transfer better on camera, so I'll look back and see if it transfers better. And I'll just put some of that by itself and down the nose. Yeah, I'm very happy though with the actual bronzing powder, because it does give a nice colour to the skin. So just that, I just wanted to go through that and basically chat about hard pan, and if you have any issues yourselves with hard pan. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Subscribing and even liking just helps the algorithm, really helps me to get noticed. I'm a very small channel. I buy all my own products, and yeah, I don't, every penny I sort of earn goes into this chat. Well, not every penny, but a lot of my you know, money I earn from working goes into this channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you supported me. And thanks for watching, and like I say, liking and subscribing. Take care and see you next time.